And on this video, we're taking a look at Rydeen's OED-01 dashcam. Now this is a standalone DVR system, however it can also be used along one of Rydeen's digital mirrors, the PVA series. Additionally, the dashcam supports GPS, park monitoring, which supports both impact detection, meaning somebody physically impacts the vehicle, and also supports proximity detection if somebody comes close to your vehicle with the optional proximity sensor. And on this video, I'm gonna show you the features of this DVR as well as driving video. That way you can decide if this is the right system for you. And I place a link in the description down below to this system along with the discount code to save you a little money when ordering one. And before I mount this, I do want to show you that the front camera view is adjustable. Quite a bit of range on here as far as adjusting that. And I'm going to go ahead and peel this back. Then I can place this on my windshield. And this supports up to 256 gigabytes of memory, and they have already included a 32 gigabyte memory card. And the mount does allow us to remove the dashcam from the windshield. We also get the GPS antenna, which is normally installed on the inside of the vehicle. I can peel this back and then attach it to the dash of my car. And for power, we get a hardwired kit, which also enables park mode. And the ends have all been labeled, so you can see this is what goes to the DVR. Here's the input for GPS and the output to the monitor, which in my case is the Rydeen LCD mirror, and also the proximity sensor input because it supports motion detection. More on that later. And with the DVR connected, the mirror actually behaves like before. I'm able to adjust the view. Now this is the rear camera, but since now we have the DVR, now I get two additional views. Swiping on the screen shows me the front view, and that is also going to be adjustable. And notice on the top that there is a recording indicator. Very small numbers, not the most contrasty, but there is an indicator that it is recording on there. And swiping one more time on the screen gives us a split view with the rear and the front here. And again, you see that recording indicator. I really wish this was larger and in a brighter or a different color so it will contrast better against the background and we could see that better. And I also wish we could have that indicator on the rear view, which is probably what you're going to be driving most of the time by default. And if you wanted to record in full stealth mode, you could always turn off the LCD panel with this button in the bottom, and now this is going to behave similarly to a mirror, and the DVR continues recording in the background. And we get two physical buttons on the DVR. The very first one allows us to stop the recording and resume recording again, and the second one right here allows us to take a picture. However, notice that we don't get any kind of sound indicator to let us know that you either taken a picture or that the dashcam is recording or not recording. And the reason for that is that we get a single LED right here that flashes to let us know if it's recording, or solid if it's not recording. Now, unfortunately, the LED is not really visible from the driver's side, so I really wish we either had sound indicators every time we tap a button, or maybe LEDs on this side so it's a little bit more clear what the dashcam is doing. And the app is called Rydeen, and it connects to the dashcam via Wi-Fi and shows us a live view coming from it. And also with this icon right here, we can enlarge the view to see it a little bit better. And also with this icon right here that looks like a camera, it switches to photo mode. Basically allows us to take pictures, but the recording has stopped. So you can always resume recording with this icon right here, and tapping this icon brings you back to the normal view. And you have the same icons right here, stop recording and switch to camera mode, but also this icon that looks like a microphone, and that disables audio recording in case you wanted to have a top secret conversation. And to access the videos that are on the DVR, you're gonna use this icon right here, which is the camera file icon. And notice that the videos have been sorted out into different folders. Loop is normal video, potentially us just driving around. Snapshot is any pictures taken. Log is going to be videos potentially important, potentially showing a car crash, and then finally any videos that were taken during park monitoring. But let's go ahead and play back a video. I'm going to select this guy right here, and you have a couple choices, either to download a copy to your phone, take a screenshot of it, or delete it. And also you can enlarge it with this icon. And you could also select multiple files using this select option, and now you can select multiple videos either to download them or to delete them. But you might have noticed that we only have video for the front camera, and that is because this DVR only records the front. It's a single channel dash cam, And I think that's also the reason why we cannot stream the rear view. We can only stream the front view, which is what the DVR is providing. Moving over to the dashcam settings, that is done with the gear icon. And the first option is whether you want sound recording to be enabled by default or not. And we also get exposure compensation. Now this slider allows us to adjust the video. If you felt that the video was too bright, you can lower that and that can correct for it. If you felt that the video was not bright enough, you can increase this slider and that again will correct for it. And the time watermark can also be enabled or disabled. But what's pretty interesting is these two guys right here under advanced motion detection and key voice. And it turns out I asked Rydeen about this and they say that these options do not do anything whether you turn them on or off. They're just there as vestigial items of this app. However, the DVR does support motion detection if you have the optional motion sensor. So the motion sensor is what enables motion detection, not this option right here. And under camera languages, we get a couple choices: English, traditional Chinese, or simplified Chinese. But now let's go ahead and take a look at some driving video, both at day and at night, to see how well this thing actually performs. And this is an audio test of the Rydeen OED-01 standalone DVR, and I am sitting on the driver's side seat. And this is an audio test of the Rydeen OED-01 standalone DVR, and I am standing outside the driver's side door. Now there is one thing that could be better. If you notice on the video, there is no watermark for the GPS information, so you don't see the GPS coordinates and GPS speed as a watermark. The information is being recorded and you are able to see it when you're looking at the video via the app. You get this little map and then you get this speed indicator. However, if you try to export the videos out with a watermark on there with GPS information, the app can export it out, but it's only going to give you the speed as a watermark. If you're looking to get the coordinates as a watermark on the video, that could be done, but that requires the premium version of the app, which does have an extra cost associated with it. Not considering other dashcams typically do not have an extra cost to get GPS coordinates as a watermark on the video. It'll be great if Rydeen can make an update to the app or to their software. That way we get that option up front without having to pay for the premium app. That being said, this DVR system does have a very interesting parking monitoring function, and this is quite rare. This is an optional proximity sensor. There are dashcams out there that support motion detection, but that is based on visual movement. Basically, the camera is looking to see if somebody moves so it can make a record of it, and sometimes visual detection doesn't pick up pretty much all movement, especially if the movement is small. That's where this guy comes in. This is not based on visual movement. This is almost like a radar system, so it's sending out a signal and it detects proximity as opposed to a visual detection. And this is the same proximity sensor that Rydeen is using on their flagship 360-degree mirror dashcam, the Tombow 360X. And it has a couple of very interesting mounting options. If it's facing the front of the vehicle, now it can pick up movement from the front and a little bit of the sides. But Rydeen says that if this is placed facing down, basically in the center of the vehicle, somewhere in the inside, now because it's facing down, it's sending out almost like a circle. It's not gonna fire as far as the front, but it is gonna cover around the vehicle, almost like a 360-degree sensitivity as far as proximity, and you could potentially also face it towards the rear of the vehicle or towards the sides of the vehicle. So their flexibility on this sensor, if your priority is parking monitoring, is huge. So I'll place a link in the description down below to this system in case you want to get one for yourself. Remember, it could be used as a standalone DVR, or it could be used along with one of Rydeen's digital mirrors from the PVA series. If you guys have any other questions regarding this, please put that in the comments down below. If you found any part of this video helpful, make sure you hit the like button to support the channel, and stay tuned as I have a lot more dashcam reviews coming up. Thank you guys for watching, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.